I don't think anybody's questioning hip hop on this. I think it's a question whether you like it or not.
No.
So Nick, for you to feel like you got a cape for Carti and protect his hip hopness just really shows. It just really shows how much of a how people are like doing yoga and shit to try to like figure out how to contort themselves into like being, you know, accepted. Okay, Rap Life Review. Shout to the whole team. We are fully stocked today. We had the whole staff. Shout to Nick joining the program. Eddie in LA. We got Low, Nadeska. I'm Ebro. We're gonna jump over to Nick because he and Eddie worked on Rolling Loud. This was just this past weekend, right?
2 weekends ago.
2 weekends ago, excuse me.
Yeah.
Out there in Inglewood, so they was on the scene. We're gonna get to that. But first, the albums this week. We'll start with some of the singles. Lil Durk, Jhené Aiko. Durk doing it for the ladies.
Yeah.
While he figures out what the rest of his life is gonna be like, right? Like we don't really have any
No updates.
Yeah.
no nothing. But I'm glad they still dropping joints, keeping his name out there. JT dropped a single. Nav Metro Boomin dropped a single. Jack Harlow, Doja Cat doing it for the pop rap scene. Let's
All
go over
the
to Eddie.
cameos.
Eddie's our resident pop enthusiast. How did they do here?
Nadeska, if I'm a pop enthusiast, what I text you today this morning, what was I listening to?
Lady Gaga.
The Lady Gaga go crazy.
I think it's just funny that you're allowed to be the pop enthusiast, but when I try to talk about R&B, sometimes I get shut down. It's crazy out here.
No, we don't do that.
Crazy out here.
We let you talk the R&B
You
shit.
shut me down on a Leon Thomas topic
I remember.
last
I
few
remember.
months
I shut
ago,
it
which is
down. I
crazy
think it was-
because Freddie Gibbs was even on the feature. It doesn't make sense.
No,
but
you're
here
right,
we are.
you're right. I
Here we
apologize.
are.
I apologize.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh, she
All right. I
kills.
didn't expect
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
Because I didn't feel like I was shutting it down. I was just throwing a jab like, yo, you trying to slide this R&B shit in here. But this is a pop R&B hip hop record, this Jack Harlow Doja Cat.
So we like it?
I don't.
I'm asking the pop enthusiasts. It ain't
Stop,
for
Eddie.
Low gonna hate just cause.
I'm not. Go ahead, Eddie. I want to hear your take
Hey,
first.
listen. We need more pop rap. Man. Here's what I'm saying. Like there's a lane that only Drake has been in for the last few years. Like nobody wants that crown. Back in the day, we'd have all kind of pop rap hits. Like the Most Def joke. Like, you can go into Target, which we don't go to no more, and you could hear these like pop.
so
fun,
many SKUs. So many SKUs.
and that's not necessarily a bad thing. And nobody wants that crown. And Jack Harlow's like, look, man, nobody else wants to do it. I'll make these little nice songs that can be played everywhere and have all the cameos and the videos and everything.
Right.
So there is a place for it. So yeah, man, do you think Jack Harlow and Doja Cat out rapping her ass off? So it's fine. It's fine. It's
Now, her
okay
verse
to
was
have
tough, though. I'm not
G-rated
going to lie.
rap.
Her verse was tough.
Well,
went
and for
crazy.
that matter, while we on that Anxiety Doechii record is really a pop record too.
Yeah, I think that's the lane that Doechie's living in right now, right?
Yeah.
She is a pop star who can rap really well.
Yeah, so, well, is she a pop star that
Nah,
can rap
I think
well,
she's
or
a
is she
rap
rapper
star
who
that-
just has some pop success?
Yes. She's a
Well, I think
rapper.
pop
She's
always-
a good rapper, but she knows how to adapt to that pop life. And we're seeing that on Anxiety. But I wouldn't say she's a pop star that can rap very well.
Nick, who's, making his first appearance here on Rap Life Review, would you disagree with Low?
A little bit, yeah. I think that
I like
pop
this. I like where
always
this is going.
supersedes the genre, right? Because a lot of people will do a whole bunch of different things, but the pop always kind of goes first.
Disagreeing with Low is sort of a rite of passage here on the Rap Life Review. So
No,
You didn't really stand on business though, Nick.
He didn't lean in like, nah, he's testing the waters.
Out of here. You don't know what you're talking about.
He's testing the waters. I respect you, Nick. I respect that, man. Next time, he's probably going to be like, fuck out of here. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why they got you on this show. I'm waiting for that.
Nah, man, I fuck with Low.
And then I got to shout out my man Saba and my people's family, literally, No ID, from the private collection of Saba and No ID, the album, a musical masterpiece of storytelling and just is phenomenal. Aaron Allen Kane, who I love, BJ Chicago Kid, Raphael Sadiq, Kelly Rowland, eBay, Smino, and so many more amazing artists on this project. Anybody else get time to check this?
No, I need to sit with that.
It's one of those, if you're a music fan,
Yeah.
and you're really like into music and raps and dope beats, this is a project you want to spend some time on.
All right, I'm gonna circle back. I'm a big fan.
Definitely.
We also got to throw in Wale, Blanco, the new single out from Wale. How long has it been? I mean, he dropped a couple of singles a few months ago too.
I think he dropped like a 2-pack. I think a couple months ago, I think that was like his first exposure to like his new deal with Def Jam.
Yeah.
But I think this is the actual first
Yo,
single.
I didn't even know he was on Def Jam till this weekend.
Yep.
I didn't know till right now.
Yeah, but
I just want his new shoes.
Yeah,
like those?
he got a Nike deal.
I like them
I think he
Nikes.
does.
Yo, you know the first time I met Wale was in Portland at a Nike thing.
Was that
Before,
the
like,
Nike
most
Boots era?
Wale thing
Nike,
possible.
but I think it was like right around that time.
He's a sneaker champ. Like that's
Sneakerhead
just,
forever.
forever.
So he's back this year. He also has a dope
Back.
feature on the Friday album too.
Yep.
Yo, that Friday album,
Yeah,
Best of the
it's
year
tough.
so far.
But yeah,
best album
Favorite album of the year so far.
for you. And then also the big release for the week, topping the charts, Playboi Carti with Music. It's just music.
I think
thought
it's
it was
I Am
Music.
I Am.
Yeah, I
It
Am
was
Music.
music. And at some point it was also maybe called Narcissist. And at some point it was probably Untitled. So listen, apparently this is one of the most anticipated rap albums of the decade. Apparently. This is what I've heard on the internet. I'm a casual Carti fan. I love him on features. I love him on ad-libs. But to me, what's interesting about him is that he goes so long in between releases. Like this album has been like 4 years in the making.
That's why he dropped 30 joints.
Right. And so for a casual fan like me, I kind of tune out in the meantime. But he has such a cult following.
Absolutely.
I think it's so interesting the numbers that he's putting up. Like I think when he was still teasing this as Narcissist, like, I don't know, 2021, 2022, he was selling like $5,000 helmets. And at some point after Whole Lotta Red, songs kept leaking and the fans were like pooling their money. Like allegedly fans pool like $10,000 to get an official leak. Like he really has a diehard fan base. It's very impressive. I find him intriguing, although I can't say like the music is necessarily like for me like a full album.
There's things I like on the album. And I've obviously heard him kind of morph over the years musically and evolve and change, which I think is, look, if that's what you want to do
He
as
had a
an
whole
artist.
voice change.
Yeah.
And he changes his voice a lot.
Yeah.
He's an amalgamation when I listen to it of like the Yeezus album meets Future, meets
Utopia.
Meets Travis Scott, and kind of all that kind of bundled together. I don't party hard enough to like listen to all of this album. I don't rage party. I don't have that much kind of like free aimless time to like let my brain rot.
Yeah.
But I get why it's popular. Like I hear the energy in it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? For kids that's playing video games all day, skating, snowboarding, streaming, talking,
That's they
getting
shit.
high, whatever. I get it. But I also feel like on this project, he made a concerted effort to make some actual songs too that I think, like the record with The Weeknd.
That's probably my favorite one. Rather Lie.
Yeah. So I think he went there, and I think he's got that ability. I do gotta say, I love watching the like hyper fan base thing that artists get, like these real hardcore fans. Obviously Nicki's had them, Drake's had them, Kanye's had them. We're watching Playboi Carti with these fans that'll just
Do, say, buy, whatever.
and go crazy at the
I
shows
love
and
it.
buy tickets.
It makes me nostalgic. Like I miss those days.
Yeah.
I don't feel that passionate about a lot of artists the same way anymore. You know what I
the only
mean?
one.
There's still some like the Frank Oceans. Like where is he? Whenever he drops, I'll be where he's at doing
Right.
whatever he's
That's right.
doing.
Right.
So it's definitely like very impressive that he could put up such crazy numbers and have such loyalty after not dropping an album for like 4 years and teasing people.
Yeah.
Eddie, where you at on this Playboi Carti?
So I'm gonna rewind a little bit, right? So a few months ago, I didn't all the way understand the Carti thing, right? We all know, like, you work in the music industry, like, if you just are vaguely aware of music, you know about Playboi Carti, you know about his fans. But I'm having a conversation with Nick and the other homie a few months ago, and I'm like, explain Carti to me. What's the deal? And they convinced me, they're like, Ed, listen to a Whole Lot of Red. Just listen to a Whole Lot of Red. And I think I heard it back in the day, and I was like, whatever. But once you get your mind around what you're about to consume, and you stop looking for the bars. And I know we skew old head. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. We skew old head. So certain things we don't get. We want bars. So once I had to lose that, I'm like, okay, just understand the music and the energy to it. Listen to a Whole Lot of Red. I'm in the gym, and outside of being in a club or in a rager or whatever, probably the perfect atmosphere to listen to Playboi Carti. And I'm like, boom, light went off. I got it. I was like, I'm here, understand Playboi Carti, I'm with it. So when this album drops that Friday, I listen to it. I'm in the gym again. All 30 tracks. I text Nick. Nick skew younger than us. Nick ain't even heard it yet. And I'm like, Nick, this Carti kind of go crazy. And I'm low-key waiting on his response. By the time I got to Cocaine Nose, I was like, nah, bruh. 30 for 30, this album goes crazy. I just had to change the way I consume music to fully understand it. The same situation happened to me with Future years ago. I was talking to AD. rapper, West Coast rapper, also got a podcast, 80 doing big things. And he was like, Ed, you don't get Future because you don't be in the club. Once you hear it in the club, you're like, oh, boom, unlocked. So now when I hear music, fire, I'm with it. I understand why my man sold 250,000 units.
Yeah, it's tough for me to suspend my belief in bars.
I think that's where I sit.
I never approach any music and suspend my desire to want it to make sense lyrically or take me somewhere or make me think. I've never been that. But some people, they don't want music to make them think.
At all.
Like, that's not a thing they want. They want music to make them feel.
Because even like when the joint dropped, like I listened to it, it came out like at 5, 6 in the morning. So like I was, in and out of sleep, just trying to wait to see like what this is about. Like what is it? Like someone explain it to me. So I went in, unfortunately, suspending my ears about the bars and the storylines and all that other stuff. And I still just couldn't really get into it. And that's why publicly I really never said anything, because it's gonna come off like, oh, this is, of course you don't listen to this shit. This is not your thing. This is not your cup of tea. But I tried to give it a chance, even with the features, even with the Kendrick joint. I'm like, this is just not, I tried.
That's not hating, though. You're just acknowledging it's not for you. There's a huge difference.
Right.
Like, you listen to it, but off air, you say you listened to it twice.
Yeah.
You gave it a shot. It's not for you.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But I think with that said, without Playboi Carti having the traditional bars and like lyrical miracle stuff that we expect from a lot of rappers, there is a lot of hip hop in this album, right? Like having a DJ all across your album, that's hip hop. You know what I mean? Bringing Kendrick on and bringing Future and Cardo on.
Yeah.
Like that's hip hop. Those are things that his fans might not otherwise get from anyone else, because he is kind of keeping those traditions alive. And I think he deserves credit for that.
I mean,
as well,
those are elements of hip hop. Now, I'm not saying what he did, like just suspended everything in my palette in regards to hip hop, but there's a lot of overbearing things on this project that it doesn't allow me to unlock that other aspect of hip hop, the features, the production. Like, it's just a lot of loud, indirect noise that I can't really just wrap my head around.
I don't think anybody's questioning hip hop on this. I think it's a question whether you like it or not.
No.
So, Nick, for you to feel like you got a cape for Carti and protect his hip hopness just really shows. It just really shows how much of a how people are like doing yoga and shit to try to like figure out how to contort themselves into like being, accepted. I don't think Carti is trying to be accepted. No. But I will say this about Playboi Carti. Sure. One of the first times I met him around Magnolia, he was very open about his affinity for hip hop and, listening to hip hop and loving classic hip hop. So for him to call this album, is it I Am Music or just music now, whatever it is, I kind of appreciate that about him though, because he is venturing into a more musical aspect of it versus it just being tied to I have to fit in a box. But he is, as you said, Nick, he is keeping it hip hop. I've never heard anybody question the hip hopness.
If you question his lyrical ability, I think you are in ways questioning what he is as a rapper when you say that.
Well, see, but let's be careful about rap. Rap is just an oral expression of the culture. You could be hip hop and not rap.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's like a vibe rapper. Like that song Crush to me is the perfect example. I listened to it the first time, I went back to it the second time, I enjoyed it more, and I feel like it's gonna be the same, but I'm gonna listen to that passively. Because then when I listen to what he's rapping about, he's saying the same thing over and over for like 2.5 minutes. To me, that's just not compelling, but I could listen to the song and just enjoy it without enjoying the lyrics. Does that make sense? But
now, if you was high though.
Different. Again,
Maybe.
Sober these days, I can't. So like,
Can't take in too much.
I completely agree with everything you guys are saying and what Eddie is saying. Like, there's no disrespect. Like I said, I really respect that it's like rage rap with EDM, with trap. Like it is musical and he's having fun. And at a different time in life, I would enjoy this more. But I love that the fans like show up and enjoy it. And Eddie, you can enjoy it at the gym. It just, it's like it is what it is.
If the fans are happy, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, there's never a time in my musical consumption life that I would rank this type of hip hop highly. Not that I don't understand it. Not that there isn't an audience for it.
Right.
Because he can make music. And we've heard him make other types of things before. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where I kind of land with Playboi Carti is I know what he's capable of. And he's just working in building his brand and his audience. Like you said, selling $5,000 helmets. And it's like super fandom, kind of like
super mysterious.
Niche,
yeah.
Which he knows.
Niche.
Which he knows
it's a
he
lifestyle,
has.
right? Like, I kind of felt like when I saw him at this show, like all the kids are throwing up the Young Vamp Life like hand sign. They're all wearing black. They got opium on all over. He feels like Shredder, right? Like he feels like he has this entire group of kids who will do whatever he says, and it's an entire lifestyle that they've bought into.
And he knows that, and he takes advantage of it, and that's cool. If you've got that sector of the world that is just enamored with you in regards to your music, your personality, your lifestyle, then shit, lean into it, and that's what he's doing.
It's a great hustle.
Right, literally.
It's a great hustle. Now, over to Rolling Loud, Los Angeles. Eddie and Nick, y'all was on the scene. Tell us, before we get into our first Rap Life Review news package, how was it?
It was a lot of love, man.
Yeah,
honestly,
for sure.
like Rolling Loud skews young. It's a young hip hop show, and then you still got your vets out there. I got to see Dom Kennedy, which for somebody like me, I love listening to Dom Kennedy.
Yep.
So it's cool. But when you're actually at the event, especially for us in the era that we were at, we were blessed enough to do some interviews, which you guys are going to see. A lot of the artists out there with a whole bunch of energy. For a lot of them, it's their first opportunity to perform in a crowd this big, or one of the few opportunities they've had up until this point in their career. And even the other media people that we ran into, it was like a lot of love, a lot of people shouting out Rap Life Review. Speedy Mormon, Jeremy from DJ Head and Elliot's podcast. Saw Gina back there. It was a lot of love, man. It was a cool event.
Absolutely. And to get outside of the press compound and just see people there for, one reason, and to all be there to really enjoy themselves, and to see Carti and their favorite rappers and Netspin and all these young guys who are the future of the genre, it was rejuvenating, honestly, to see people out there that happy to be around rap.
How much bars did you see out there? Was there actual rapping taking place at Rolling
Well, I saw
Loud?
Jello set.
We did. We snuck backstage to
We
watch
saw
Jello.
Jello set
Hottest
live.
rapper in the game.
Yes, sir.
He
What was that set list like?
Was it the Ebro set?
Yeah,
How did he execute? I gave him 30 minutes.
How'd he do it?
I gave him 30.
How'd he do it?
Tweaker twice. Can you please in the middle? And then we got a new joint at the end.
Yeah.
So how long was it? Like,
What was it, 15 minutes?
15 minutes.
15 strong.
Yeah,
strong minutes.
strong.
So he played
15
Tweaker, what,
minutes.
twice?
Yeah, they said I open with. See, now what I had told them a few episodes ago was you start with Tweaker and then you cut it off.
Right.
Then you throw on a classic like Everybody Love Classic just to get the crowd going. You can spend 3 minutes on that, just everybody singing along. Then go back to Tweaker for the hook. Run the hook twice. Then maybe drop a new one. Then close out with like Tweaker on repeat for like, I think that's what I said, something like that.
Yeah. You said a couple. Yeah. That was pretty much on par what you said last
We
time.
were right there. We were in the presence of Jello. Like snuck back there. Right
it sounds like y'all
on the
playing.
stage.
Y'all
No, we
trying
really
to
didn't
play
sneak back
Jello,
there.
man.
They either playing or they glazing.
They're definitely glazing.
They're definitely
The glaze last week. That was the thing they did last. We wasn't there last week. Ebro was talking about glaze him for his birthday, apparently. Insane
they
thing to say.
AI'd that. I didn't really
Insane
say that,
thing.
man.
The comments, glaze. It was insane.
But anyway, let's get to it. Rolling Loud, 2025. What part of town was this in?
Inglewood.
All right, let's go. Nick and Eddie at Rolling Loud.
Hey, look, man, we out here rolling loud, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a lot going on. We at Rolling Loud, brother.
Man, we out rolling out. We in Inglewood, bro.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. My name is Eddie.
My name is Nick.
We're representing the Plug Radio.
Yeah, Rap Life Review.
And we're gonna talk to some of the biggest emerging hip hop artists in the world.
Yeah, your next favorite rapper is here this weekend.
Yo, what's up? This is Cash Cobain. I'm at Rolling Loud, man. Shout out to Apple Music.
What's happening, people? This is Jordan Adetunji.
Y'all know what it is, man. Eloise Shimmy.
What's going on? I'm Baby Chief Do It. I'm at Rolling Loud.
Hey, it's your boy Bits out, man. You know what's going on, man.
There's O3 at Rolling Loud, Apple Music interview. Yeah, let's see what's going on.
Hey, what's the deal? This AZ Chike. We right here rolling loud.
What can we expect for you today as we get ready for your set at Rolling Loud?
Just that drip, man. A whole lot of chrome, whole lot of chrome,
Okay.
whole lot of Margiela and all that type shit.
I'm about to turn the crowd up. It's a party, man. It's a party. You want to vibe out. All the
Right.
sexy ladies going to feel sexy.
Right.
All the slizzy guys going to feel real slizzy. We're going to turn it up. You know the vibes.
Rolling Loud, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Can't be more appreciative. Like, this is what people grind for. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for results like this. to rock stages like this, and I thank God I'm here.
This the second one I did, so you know, I ain't gonna lie, the first one, you know, the energy crazy. It's really like a different performance for real, for real.
Did you do Florida? Was that the first one?
Yeah, I was in Miami.
Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, a little hometown show somewhat.
Yeah.
And it's chaos.
Listen, we supposed to walk over there, right? They're like, hey, let's go over there. Let's go to the stage. And as you can see, there ain't no walking over there, guys.
No sardines.
No.
They're getting ready for Destroy Lonely. They're getting ready for Ken Carson. It's madness. You know the fans want to hear Nachos?
Hey, I was just telling them that's my favorite song to perform.
That's your favorite one to perform?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, man.
I get jiggy to that.
Hey, can you talk about that breakout moment, man, and kind of how it's all been getting used to, you know what I mean, this new phase that you in?
It's crazy because I've been doing music for like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
So it's like, now I got a song that finally took off to where it needed to be. I had loads of mini moments, but that was the one that really stuck out and like stayed and became like a cultural song. I was seeing it everywhere. Like I was walking on the street and hearing that song like randomly.
It's cool to see this moment because this has been growing for a long time, and the rest of the world ain't really had their eyes here.
Yeah, it's all about capitalizing right now, bro, and making the best of the moment and making sure this moment live on for the rest of our lives. You know what I'm saying? And don't get too caught up in the glitz and the glamour.
We did it, bro.
We did it, bro. I would consider that a successful weekend in the books.
Yeah, man. Rolling Loud, 2 days, huge event right here representing Inglewood, aka LA, the whole Southern California. And it was a big moment for the West Coast, big moment for hip hop, man.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing, man. We appreciate everybody for having us.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the artists that took the stage, that took the time to talk to us. And shout out to the fans, man.
Yeah. So other than that, man, you ready to go? I'm done.
Let's get out of here, bro.
I'm cooked.
Man, bravo. Give it up. The first Rap Life Review news package on the scene,
Right. In the trenches.
With
the real fans.
With
the
Prada
sweaty.
on. What trenches? Like, what are you talking about?
Metaphorical trenches.
I had Dior on too.
It wasn't a trench near. It was nothing. No mud. It was no mud, no dirt. Y'all was looking clean. Y'all was clean.
Listen.
It was hot. It was sweaty.
Yeah.
It was kids throwing up all over the place.
I feel like last time I went to Rolling Loud,
Absolutely. It was paved. It's in a parking lot.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm old enough for... I grabbed a chair. I had a chair the whole time. I just kept sitting down between it.
As you should, sir.
You didn't put that in the BTS, though, for next time.
As you should. Listen, we did a great job this week. We did not talk Drake and Kendrick in relation to the Playboi Carti album. We left that out of this whole episode because we didn't want anybody to get upset. So I want to commend us all.
I think we're 2 for 2 about
That's
not.
good.
Okay, cool.
I don't think there was anything peculiar about
Here we go.
Drake being on that album 3 times. I mean, Kendrick being on that album 3 times.
I didn't think nothing
How
of
many
it.
times the Future on there?
Yeah.
And yeah.
And Travis.
What about the Weeknd?
And the Weeknd. I don't think
What
nothing
about Metro-
peculiar
what about Metro
about
I don't
Boomin?
see nothing odd about
Metro
that.
Boomin?
That's just good. You know,
Was Metro on there?
Yeah, Metro's on there.
Metro's
Oh,
on there.
wow.
that's just good collaborations, right?
Yeah.
It was a good job.
Good job. Awesome.
Good job, everybody. And we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in to the Rap Life Review.
What's up? You just finished an episode of the Rap Life Review. It's 2025, so new year means new episodes coming your way. If you want to get in the conversation, you can always drop us a comment below. And of course, you can like and subscribe so you never miss a new episode. Catch us next week on a brand new episode of the Rap Life Review right here on Apple Music.